Well, good day, fellow co-inhabitants. How we all doing out there? You listen to the Killogic Effect. You can find us lurking around all your favorite social media networks. You can also find us live streaming over on the Mixer, Twitch, YouTubes. Yeah, holy shit, I am bigger today. And other such various type places they allow us to do those things. The Killogic Effect is brought to you and supported by Local Music Earth Entertainment, XRP Radio, Digital Revolution Radio, PM Star Promotions, B's RSN Promotions, Badass Entertainment, Wyndham Tattoo and Body Piercing, and mainly vapes. We're going to be talking a little bit about Wyndham Tattoo and Body Piercing today, and the events that they got coming up. And some other kick-ass events going on, and some cool vids that I had dug up by happenstance yesterday. I was actually looking for something else after I had gotten some promo stuff, and I came across some cool Conclave vids and stuff that I hadn't yet witnessed, and wow. Go over to the Killogic Effect page, or go right over to Conclave, but check out the Doomfest stuff. It was like back from like 2017, I think. Fucking awesome, dude. Check that out. Good stuff, man. I dig it. I'm just saying. We've had all sorts of interesting stuff, I'll say, in the news. We would like to announce that Chuck Billy of Testament is doing much better. In fact, he's doing interviews and stuff like that. So yeah. But one thing that I would say to this New Testament is without trying to like relate things to bullshit, but this CD is kick-ass, and they were going to be touring this whole month on that CD. And, you know, when you're a band like Testament and you got a fucking huge fan base and you haven't been in the scene for a while, and then all of a sudden, here you are, boom, and it's like your thunder gets ripped right out from under you. But regardless, they got a lot of cool stuff going on in the Testament area with all the elements that they do. Each one of the members and stuff has interviews and stuff like that. And Chuck Billy talking about moving and everything, and how he really pushed himself on this album, and I can hear that. I can hear that he is friggin' giving it all that he's got, and it sounds freaking phenomenal. This is gonna be one of them albums that people are gonna be talking about for a bit. I think it's gonna be held up there on the some of the best metal albums coming out in 2020 for sure. If not holding its weight for a decade, like a lot of bands from the past 5 or 10 years or so have still kind of held their weight and awesome. Lamb of God with their new stuff out right now. How long have they just been churning out, and they haven't, it has, and I'm not saying this is a bad way, but they haven't like changed their style. They haven't, it's just they make something people like and they're fucking good at it, and that's what they do. And they're not listening to labels or management try to tell them that they should go another direction or do another thing, because what they're doing is working. And bands like that are kind of people's solace and frictional times, we'll say, that you can go to something that's a constant, and that can be a very valuable thing, especially in times where people are a bit fucked in the head, collectively. So So it's very it's definitely something worth checking out. And and like I said, back to the Testament thing, I kind of I mean, they're gonna be all right. Obviously, I just feel bad that, I mean, this whole shit hit them like pretty hard. I mean, in a real inopportune time. Not to say that anything is an opportune time for anybody, um, when it especially with illnesses and stuff like that. But damn, this. I really hope, and I will be letting people know as soon as we get, because their media company is right linked up with us, and they're giving us all the updates as things. But as of now, I don't know what anybody is doing with any tour dates. I've been asked quite a few times by people, like, what's going on with tour dates that I've talked about or whatever. I have no fucking idea. I have no clue. I don't even think they do right now. Because you got to remember, time keeps trucking along. It isn't like we can say, well, let's just make believe that month didn't happen and start April on May. You can't do that. So I'm anxious to kind of see, granted, tours aren't planned out years. Most tours aren't planned out, any more than 6 months at a time, we'll say. So hopefully they'll be able to put all that on the back end or something. I don't know. But there's a lot of tours and a lot of shows. I mean, you're looking at a lot of indie groups here, like Stillborn Condition. Coming Home, the band has just put out the announcement, the 21st. They will be releasing their physical album. The whole album will be released and will be on all the platforms for you to get. And the physicals will be being mailed out, or however the situation is. But the 21st, coming right up. That's some days and some change away. Go get ready for that. And right now, you can get the brand new Stillborn Condition. I might have mentioned that once or twice. I don't know. Perhaps maybe in passing. I don't know. But, well, just to let you know, you can go right now over to the band camps and those such type places and hook yourself up with some Stillborn Condition, because 'tis the fucking season. And this album, God Eater, yeah, this is another one of them albums that's going to go on remember that fucking metal album that came out in 2020 that blew your fucking brain out of the back of your skull? Yeah. Still awesome. And that's, I mean, have you heard this fucking album? What? You haven't? What are you waiting for? Go over and hook yourself up, and I think they're still being kind enough to hook people up with the physicals if they buy the digitals. And boy, wouldn't that be a bummer though if you go there and they actually give you a physical, like they tell you to bend over and cough and shit? That would be the best fucking joke. Oh yeah, fucking buy the digital and we'll give you a physical. So when you show up, fucking somebody's there. Fucking, oh yeah, bend, oh dude, hey, cough. Fucking Stillborn physicals. Oh man, if that ain't the most fucked up sentence I've said today. Holy shit. Well, that being said, holy sheep shit. we got a bunches of killer tunage to get into today. But yeah, Stillborn physicals. Oh man, you should make people worry and have somebody waiting by the fucking discs in a lab coat. With one of them reflector things on their forehead and shit. Oh man, I'm fucking laughing way too hard at this shit. We gotta get into some tunage. Like I said, we got a ton of it. We got a ton of killer news to get to as well, and events that haven't let current topics or anything affect the dates or anything to that. And we want to get talking about them because I think a lot of things, because everything has been, wow, let's hyper focus on these things, and everybody, let's just talk about the same thing in different ways. And there's a lot of things that have just like totally gone by the wayside, and they're not even being talked about at all. So we need to remedy that like with haste. And real quick, anybody digging on this music in the background? This is Bangalow. Not even being talked about at all. You can let's do this. This is Bangalow. You can hook up with Bangalow over on the Facebooks, the Instafaces, all the places. Got a bunch of some new stuff out. Got a distro kit. Go over and get all that hooked up in your ear holes. But why don't we got a ton of new music to get to. We're gonna be starting off with some goodies, but then we're gonna get right into some brand new tunage. So get out your pens and your papers and get ready to take notes, because we got a tons of awesome stuff to get to. So why don't we do just that, okay? I'll stop running my sock for right now, and we're gonna play some tunage, okay? I'm gonna work out how we're gonna do this whole physical fucking thing, because now my head's fucking in proctology mode. So why don't we do music mode instead? Let's get wiggin'. Dig it. Yes, indeed. Anybody just tuning in, listen to the Killogic Effect. You can find us all over your favorite social spots. We were talking up in chat, and it got me to thinking a lot of the cool side projects almost that have been birthed by people having to be secluded, and I think it's the cool silver linings with any type of situation where you're forced to kind of get out of your shell and stop doing things the way that you usually do them, in order to be able to do any of the things that you like, i.e. like jamming with your fellow bandmates, or like the quarantine karaoke's and the COVID concert series have really shown some of the abilities with low level bandwidth, the stuff that you can get done, especially if you're just somebody solo. Now there have been some people that have sent me messages or whatever asking for help. I have a couple of suggestions that I would like to put out now. If you're really serious about getting into the streaming, and you wanna have the ability to to broadcast or whatever, kind of like we do here, your best bet is to get familiar with OBS, or any type of broadcasting software that's like that. There's a couple of them out there. I recommend OBS. There's also Streamlabs OBS, which is just their version of OBS with a bunch of their extras that they put with it. But you need kind of a beefy computer to always have, you know, and it's just not my thing. If I'm not gaming, so it's totally different for me. But all that being said, that they help you a lot over there with getting you connected with donation setups, tip jars, all the cool stuff, hooking your merch up, hooking you up through Amazon. They really do a lot. Another one that I would recommend, that if you are getting into the streaming thing, that you familiarize yourself with the site Restream, because it will put you out to all of the platforms that you would want to go out to, and then some. Plus now they have it so you don't even need software. You can stream as long as you got like a camera or a microphone to be able for it to pick it up. You could stream right through your browser with Restream. You don't even need software. So these are some cool tools, and there's other ones where you know, like Bandicam and stuff like that, where you don't need any special software. You can hook it right up through the browser. Now there's a few of those, but if you want more control and more quality in areas, your best bet is to stick with an OBS or something like that. If you're really serious and you got like a full arrangement and stuff like that, there's just, you know, a lot more that can be done. But with all that being said, if anybody is you know, having some troubles, or needs some advice, or somebody to point their bony little finger a certain way, you can shoot me a message either over on the Killogic Vec page, or you can hit me up right on my personal profile over on Facebook, because nothing's really personal over there. So and of course, you can always hit me up on all of the other spots, but you know, and Messenger, all that good stuff. But always willing to try to help get people out there. And aside from being kind of forced to, this is a good thing that people should be getting under their belts and have the ability to, if you are in a band or whatever, you should be familiarizing yourself with that. Now, another thing, I'm not into like throwing shade or calling people out, but I've seen this more and more, and it kind of perplexes me about people that just kind of aren't willing, or they put the minimal effort in. And you put the minimal effort in, you will get the fucking minimal back. That's just how that works. You know, sometimes you can work it so maybe you're getting your end result, but it's probably not as good as it could be. An example, people when they say, or bands when they say, well, I'm not good at interneting, or I'm not good at computers or whatever. It's like, well, dude, you're talking to me on Facebook. You're talking to me in Messenger. So you were fucking clever enough to set that shit up. So don't come back with ignorant excuses like, I'm not good at computers, or these are all things that within a couple seconds, you're good at watching YouTube, right? You can do that, correct? like 99% of anybody that uses a computer watches YouTube at some point in their life. I don't understand. I mean, you needed to set up email and all that just to get that. Just to be able to fucking talk to me in a digital way. How are you going to turn around and say, well, I'm not good at the computer, so I don't know how to hear, but I know how to send garbage or the stuff that isn't labeled, or I don't know. What happened? I mean, what, did you get censored from watching tutorials? I mean, come on, man. And it makes me feel bad sometimes, because being on the other end of it and watching bands that you know, perhaps personally, and you want to be able to help them get their music out. You think that the fucking world deserves, or they deserve for the world, or a good percentage of it, the cool people anyway, some of them, kinda, sort of, I don't know, people in general, fucking, you would think, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer sometimes, man. It really is, because it's like, I try my damnedest to, and I'm not just speaking for me. It's, there's a lot of DJs out there that, freaking, they do far more than me, on much bigger platforms and stuff, and they got, but it's like, if it doesn't matter who these people are, if you're not sending your stuff in labeled or any of that, I mean, that's just the one thing. But to come back with, especially like if they've sent you a demo, but now they can't seem to send you their album that you've been talking about, the actual album, or a couple of the tracks that you would like to be played on the radio. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. And it's all about sharing the independent music and getting it out there. No, this is something that's, yesterday was just like, yeah, I think this needs to be talked about. Because it really, and right now, you got plenty of fucking time while you're sitting around bummed out about, whatever. You got plenty of time to ease your mind with some tutorials and shit like that. And it's just, if you're a fucking band, you've been playing shows, you got a fan base or whatever, I mean, it really fucking, is it me? Is it just me? Dude, I mean, I do have that effect on people. I do kind of get under people's skin just by merely existing. I know. Shit, I can't even stand me half the time. But that doesn't change the fact I want to help out, man. And, it's like, wow. Because no one wants to play with me. This is bullshit. So, but yeah, it just, it just, it bums me out sometimes, because it's like, wow, dude, I know there's a bunch of people right now that would love to fucking hear this, or that would, but it's like, I don't know what what needs to happen or what the thing is. It's like, do you not want to, is there a part of you psychologically that doesn't want to go any further? That's an intimidating thought. Do you think that I should have to pay you for the music? I need you to put that into perspective for a minute. Do you know how many bands that I play on a regular basis? Do you know how much money that costs? And I buy a ton of music. So, at the same rate, though, I mean, radio stations don't pay for the music because they're helping you get it out there. They're talking about you. They're getting your stuff out there for free. Not only that, like, put this into perspective. Do you know MTV never, ever, 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 ever in the history of evers paid for a video? Ever. MTV didn't pay for videos. That's just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a disconnect there somewhere for some people. I feel like maybe there is. No, I don't believe I have. I do not know. I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar. And neither does this stupid concept of all of a sudden getting a lapse of retardation when it comes to emails. I don't get it. You had to set up an email in order to have a Facebook, in order to make a Bandcamp, in order to do the stuff that's a shit excuse. And it's just, but hey, it's not hurting me. I mean, it kind of bums me out that I can't put some band's best stuff forward. But I don't know, man. It seems like you should probably be the last in line for complaining about any, anything when it comes to any type of promotional issues or anything like that you're having. But with all that being said, I don't want to be the dick that comes in and tries to harsh everybody's mellow and piss on your fucking marshmallows when you get them just right. But what I am saying is just make sure you send your stuff in. That's, at the end of the day, make sure you send your stuff in labeled correctly, band name, song title, and we'll be good, man. Some other places I wanted to talk about, and some other places that you need to check out, and some other stations or whatever. But you need to send your music in, or you need to get yourself familiar with, if you haven't already, and that is Metal Devastation Radio. We're not affiliated with them or anything, but they do all the same stuff we do, and then some. They got a killer site over there. They got just a killer staff and a dedicated team of people that is into the independent scene and really into a lot of the metal scene, obviously, but music, period. And getting it out there to the masses. And they do a lot of hard work, and they do a lot of awesome work. And they deserve some words said. So, I'm saying some words. There it is. Now, check out Metal Devastation Radio. Also, if you haven't already, get your ass over to XRP Radio, the station that we are on live right now in the UK. Get on over there, submit your music. We just posted up a video of how to submit your music. You can also go to the Killogic Effect at xrpradio.co.uk. You can also go to the Killogic Effect at gmail.com. Again, make sure all your stuff's labeled correctly. When you go to XRP, you will be put through a extensive-ish submission process. They will help you even sell your music. If you are one of them people that doesn't internet very well, perhaps that's where you should start. Just a suggestion. I would go over there because they can really help you get your head around it and get you, started and get the ball rolling for you. If this, I encourage people to, especially now you get some time or whatever, make music, make beautifulness, and I will help get it out to the masses. Other than that, we'll talk more about that. And I told you we're going to talk some more about the Wyndham Tattoo Appreciation Festival this year, coming up here pretty soon, actually. And yeah, and real quick, let's go through some of these bands I wanted to chat about for a minute. We started out with Good Against the Living, of course, and we even got some members from Good Against the Living here in chat. Go check out Good Against the Living at goodagainsttheliving.com. I highly suggest buying the ticket and taking this ride. Not only is it just a phenomenal album with so many accents and feels and vibes and awesomeness, but it's one hell of a concept album with, I don't know of anybody, even in the, this is like sci-fact metal instead of sci-fi metal. So, yeah, definitely. And maybe we can even like work it into like schooling and curriculum that Good Against the Living is required learning. I don't know, just a thought. I think it would be much cooler than the way that you fucking teachers do things. Some of you are real awesome at the way you do things, but I'm getting way off track here. Just go get Good Against the Living. We also did EVERTRAPPED with Sorrow, Nothing More in Between. It's got a pretty kick-ass video over on the YouTubes you can go check out. And if you haven't noticed, anybody watching the live show or whatever, we have been trying to work in quite a bit of the video end to to show, what these bands are doing also over on the YouTubes and where else you can find them. Also going to be like highlighting websites and other stuff like that. And so, yeah, we're going to be working a lot more with the video end of things. And let me know what you think of the layout. If you'd like me to just what you think. If you think I could change things, if you think I could do something a little bit better, how about you fucking try? I mean, yeah, I'd be more than happy to accommodate. So, we also did some Genus Ordinis Day. Sorry, my fucking personality just came in real quick there. Halls of Human Delights. This is actually an older one from them. They got some a lot of newer stuff out, but they got a ton of awesome stuff out, and they got a ton of killer videos to check out over on the YouTube. So go check them out. You can find them all over your favorite social spots, and I also recommend checking them out over on EclipseRecords.com. Eclipse Records is a pretty kick-ass label that supplies a lot of music that we play here on the show, and they have an awesome friggin' catalog of bands. I mean, phenomenal. Every band just fucking awesome stuff, man. So go over and check out Eclipse Records, and naturally Genus Ordinis Day. We'll be talking more about Eclipse Records and some of the cool stuff that you can get over there as well a little bit later on. You can also, you know, I'll just tell you right now, I'm not going to leave you in suspense or anything. Shit. I mean, damn. You can go over there and hook yourself up with a sampler. Yeah, it's like a poo-poo platter of fucking music from Eclipse Records. So go. Boy, I hope that translates in other countries. I didn't even think of that when I just said that. It's probably like, wow, did he just say shit platter? No. We did Jupiter Hollow. These guys kick ass, man. I love the sounds of these guys. Actually, they, for me, are in the vein of Good Against the Living and stuff because they have a lot of kick-ass elements, and they just have a wicked sound that makes you kind of just zoom out and keep you like focused on the tunage, and just that song alone, they go so many different ways, and I dig it. I dig all the vibes. I dig all the sounds. I fucking dig it. I'm just saying. It's, you know, maybe it's just me, but I think they're a pretty awesome band that deserves some looking into. So go look into Jupiter Hollow, because some good stuff. And you know, it's kind of fitting that they're right along the same vein of Good Against the Living, because their name is Jupiter Hollow. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to Good Against the Living, damn it. And Jupiter Hollow. We did some Dust Prophet with The Big Lie. These cats kick all the ass, and they've been doing all sorts of live streams and awesome stuff that you need to go check out over on their pages. They've been posting them up over on the YouTubes. Yep. Yeah, they've been doing that. They do that YouTube thing too. Some of you computer savvy people might be able to go over there and check that out. Full on dick mode now. But they got a new singer, they got new songs, and they got new videos, and they got new stuff for you to check out. So definitely go check it out, and be on the lookout for more stuff. And obviously, when we're able to get some dates set up and shit like that, then we will obviously be announcing them. Wait, just 1 second. So we rounded the block all off with No Religion. These cats kick ass. You can go find them over on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and all the spots. 2-piece instrumental, or as far as I know, they are a 2-piece. They got some sounds of A Perfect Circle, which without like sounding just like Perfect Circle, but yeah, they got some of that that element and that vibe, and I dig it. Again, go check them out over on the YouTubes and stuff. I believe you can go check them out over on the Bandcamps as well. Now again, I don't want to be a total cock smooch about the whole fucking, mailing in music or whatever. Just sound like a dick about it, or, but, well, I'm going to be a dick about it. I mean, come on, man. You gotta try to make it, not difficult. So you make sure your stuff gets on there. But yeah, just some food for thought, man. And all that being said, why don't we get into some more tunage? And, oh yeah, if you're watching this after the fact, then you're like, I know, duh. But we have just posted the first of the Killogic Effect radio show clips, which is well, all that YouTube will allow, but basically the show condensed with all of the well, more of me and less of the awesome music. So take that as you will, such as it is. I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of Google waste of server space, but it's not my server, so let's play. So you can go check that out. You can check out yesterday's. We'll be trying to keep up on them somewhat daily, depending on the show and all that. I may divide them up more once I get a few out and I get some feedback, see what people think. We'll go from there. Also, we'll probably be putting a great deal of stuff up on Anchor and all the other places, so you can listen to my sweet, soothing, nerve-grating fucking voice anytime you would like. You can also go over to Mixcloud and Mixer. Neither of them have anything to do with mixing food or blenders or any of that shit. Mixcloud is a spot for DJs to put their shows. We got tons of interviews and stuff over there. But you can get these live shows in their entirety for about 2 weeks after the fact, and then they vaporize. Yeah, I just did like a fucking magic trick right there. I'd be great at presenting shit like that. You can go over there and download them at your leisure, and go through the show after the fact. Share it with your friends. Laugh at it, point, throw shit at your screen, whatever. However you do your thing, man. There you go. So you shouldn't be without places, and you can also do that on the Twitch too. You can download stuff after the fact. But yeah, we're gonna be condensing the shows, and yeah. So have fun with that, you fucking masochists. Let's do some more new music. It's some stuff I just pulled out yesterday. We'll be talking about these guys here in a minute. Let's do some HellgardeN. So yeah, this band HellgardeN. Wow. What do you think of that, huh? They did Learn to Play Dirty. They got a real Pantera vibe for me. I dig it. For sure. Go check these cats out on all your favorite social spots. You can go check out some vids, some pretty kick-ass vids over on their YouTubes. Definitely suggest going and checking that out. If you like Pantera or you like anything in that vein, you're gonna dig these guys. But I wouldn't put them in just that, because they got but they definitely hit that nerve for sure. Another newer band that we're bringing into the show is Book of the Dead. We did The Offering. You can go check them out over on the Facebooks. We got the links and all that provided. Always remember, you can go to the show posts that are on Facebook and Instagram naturally. If you're on there, you can go to those and get linked up with all of their Facebook pages by and large, a good 90 to 99% of the bands that are getting played are usually tagged, unless I'm not tagging any. So, hey, whatever, but that's just a good way to get linked up, or you could stop by chat and be like, hey, what was that tune? And we'll help you out. We've been doing a ton of new music, and April is a good release time for a lot of bands, and rightfully so. Me and Richie and I were talking about it on the interview that we did. You can check that out over on Anchor.fm, Spotify, and all them other places. But we were talking about how this is the month that bands are releasing. People have been all cooped up, and now it's had to be pushed back a little bit with dates and stuff, but the releases for physical music or actual music is still going strong, and there's still a ton of new music coming out right now, and but he's got to stop paying attention, because wow, like this whole block is just filled with brand new tunage that we've brought into the fold in the last week, and some of them got brand new albums out or coming out at the end of this month. Man, I'm telling you, this is like a huge month for releases. So if you're digging on any of the bands like Omniarch, we did that tune Omkane, that's some good stuff right there. Go check them out over on the YouTubes and all the fun places. We also got links up to a lot of the they got them bands' websites and Bandcamp that we're compiling over on Discord for reasons. If you'd like to get linked up over there, send me a request or whatever it is you do over there in them places. There's so many, it's just wow. But variety is the spice of life, right? Let's get spicy, motherfuckers. We did some Acherontia Styx, which has got a bunch of new tunage out right now. We did Black and Serenade. You can go check them out over on the YouTubes and all the good spots. Also did a couple of Killitorous and Killitorous with Married with Children and Eat Your God Alive. Wow. You can check out a bunch of Killitorous over on the YouTubes. They got a ton of musics over there, some pretty kick-ass vids, I must say. And obviously they got a whole new album that you can perhaps maybe kind of sort of want to check out. I don't know, maybe, just a suggestion. We did some Despite, and these guys, another Eclipse Records artist. These guys got some kick-ass vids over on the YouTubes, and this whole album, Synergy, definitely still ranks on my top 10 best metal albums. That whole album is good from beginning to end. It is just phenomenally awesome. I highly recommend. If you liked Unexceptional, you'll definitely like the rest of that. And that CD, that album gets pretty brutal at times and brutally awesome. Just, have I said brutally awesome enough yet to make you want to go over? Well, it's brutal. Saying it's awesome. Just trying to say, man. Some other awesome stuff right here is we did a double shot of sorts because this guy's got a lot of kick-ass stuff to check out. That's Brian Kroll. We did My Son the Bum with Waiting for the Shoe to Drop, which is a fave of everybody's. If it isn't your favorite, it is now. I just decided. And we did Sucked Into the Undertow, which is a newer one. You can go check out Brian Kroll at briankroll.com and mysonthebum.com and get linked up with all the awesomeness. Gonna be releasing a bunch of cool stuff now. We did an interview with Mr. Brian Kroll that you can go check out on, yep, you guessed it, Anchor.fm and Spotify, Apple, all the places. With actually more to come. You can actually go check it out over on YouTube, you lazy fucks. And you can also, is that one on the, no, I don't think I put that one on the Mixcloud. I think I was having issues with them at the moment, that time. So it's so many times to think about. I can't think of them all right now. Hey, Mick, what's going on, brother? So I was talking about Alions and their new album that's out right now. Time Will Tell, and well, it is it's a fucking awesome album. Straight up, just gotta say it. It's I am totally impressed with the production. The work that went into this is just, you can feel it, and I am out of just adjectives to describe how impressed and just floored I am by the whole album. It's another album from beginning to end. It's and that's another one too. I get a chance in my position to hear like demos, and a lot of times bands will be like, "Hey, here's some stuff for the radio, but these tunes we're working on or whatever." And then when you hear the final product, it's sometimes entirely different, and it has like a whole different vibe to it. And I have run into that so far with bands just in this past year, a handful of times where they got songs that I've listened to or heard them play live and everything for years, and it's like they're brand new all over again. And a lot has to be said about the production value and everything and things like that, with also, staying true to, what they're doing in the tunage that they're writing and capturing what these bands are like. Yeah, we should probably listen to some of that instead of me rambling on about it more and blowing smoke directly into assholes. Let's just start with this next block with some Alions, huh? What do you think of that? Well, what'd you think of that, huh? Nice. What we did right there was a bunch of awesomeness. By just tuning in and listening to the Killogic Effect, find us all over your favorite social media networks. We did some Alions, and they got their brand new album out right now, Time Will Tell. You can find that on all the platforms. Anywhere you can download, stream, or steal music, they got it hooked up there for you, waiting. This is an awesome album you need to go check out. Very impressive. Just kick-ass sound all around. Alions just has been carving their way through the scene and really has been doing quite a lot of traveling too. And now it seems like all that hard work has come to fruition, and now we have this awesome CD to behold. Now, another thing that I've mentioned before, bands like Alions and the next band here, Ascent to Power. These are bands that do a lot to also bring other bands in to the fold for whatever the show or cause or case may be. They help keep a lot of the scene moving. Rick from Strong Arm Entertainment and John Wagner. Just those two alone do and have done a great deal to keep the scene pumping up there, because scenes can scenes can die full of kick-ass bands, but if nobody's keeping it moving and keeping everybody engaged, and he's the prime example of networking and stuff. And I would use the scene up there, obviously because I know it a lot more personally or whatever, and I'm sure that there is, and I would hope that there is scenes like this all through the country and worldwide. But the camaraderie is something to really be an example of how it should work and how bands should be with each other and for each other, and the way that they support one another and bring new bands into the fold. And it's it's a great scene. And and then even on a lower level, like just on the day-to-day show aspect with helping each other out, that's I've been in a scene where the other artists are just all for them, and they act like they don't even fucking know you, or like they don't even see you, or just I've experienced the the hot-headedness and stuff like that, and you won't find that up there, and that's or you won't find it much, because there's a lot of camaraderie up there, and especially in the southern Maine area. I don't think you can call anything in Maine southern. It feels weird to me. It just does. But for geographical, sakes here, the southern part of Maine, where, Cumberland County, Portland area, Westbrook, even the fucking Dirty Lou and all that, have aided into helping, in Auburn, have aided in helping move the scene along with a lot of clubs and everything that are willing to give all these bands and peeps a chance and places to go hang out. So definitely, if you find yourself in the New England area or vacationing in Maine, I would check out some of these places that we talk about, like Geno's and Live at 212. just for, you know, a couple, you know, I mean, even, you know, the big ones like the Aura and stuff like that. I mean, but those two right off the bat in that area are, you know, and then Sapphire and Williston Auburn and stuff. Um, those clubs have done a lot through the years, and they deserve, you know, some hey, what's up? Thanks, man. Keep up the good work. So, keeping up with this whole main theme thing we were doing, I don't know, it just kind of happened, you know, it was like one of them things. So, we did some Ascent to Power, as I was saying, we did My Awakening, and we also were doing some Chaos Machine, which this album is another one in my top 10 albums, best metal album. Jesus fuck, is this album good? Go get you some of this. I mean, for real, do it. Hook yourself up. And new the new long-awaited album, Stillborn Condition. You gotta go get this God Eater, man. I'm telling you, just go get it. And they're gonna be hooking people up with free physicals when you buy the digitals. So go get hooked up a cool and get yourself some musical from Stillborn Conditional. And yeah, this is getting stupid. Too Pretty for Prison and Drug Teeth was one of the tunes that I was talking about earlier too. It's like hearing it on this album is like hearing it, you know, for the first time again. You know, it's like it's familiar, and it's the song that I know, but it's a whole new song at the same time, and it's awesome. It's got such a fresh, you know, feel like it's been all buffed up and shined up and fucking new coat of paint on her and everything. She been fucking greased up, lubed, and all ready to go. Kind of went off track with that one, but yeah, Drug Teeth, fucking dig it, yeah. Go get this new album, God Eater. I'm for real serious. This is like gonna be on your list for fucking best metal albums you'll be listening to for the rest of the year. No shit. Go get you some of this. You be telling your fucking grandkids about this. Telling them how much they're sissies because of the music they listen to, and you're pulling out your Stillborn Condition God Eater. Instantly, little kids crying. Grandparenting. It's gonna be great. So, we you know, we had to throw in some Culling the Herd too. Another awesome. Now, sadly, Culling the Herd has disbanded, I guess, or taken a hiatus, or just are not doing the do, but their music and all that lives on. There are a lot of hardcore Culling the Herd fans, and rightfully so. Those of us who got to see Culling the Herd in action for years, that is something that you don't forget. That is some shit you just don't forget right there. So, again, that's the beauty of music is, you know, bands break up, people pass on, wither away, but the music and the sounds we make and, you know, the stuff we do, you know, and now in this digital world, even more, that goes on forever. And, you know, the beauty of it is there's going to be somebody that stumbles upon, you know, some Culling the Herd in the future and is going to be like, wow, holy fuck, where'd this band come from? Well, let me tell you about the fucking main New England scene there, sonny boy. And had such bands as Destination Void, another fucking phenomenal. Oh my god, this. The Flow Arterial is it's a good example, I would say, of what can be found on that album. They also got some awesome video work over on the YouTubes. Destination Void's been killing it in the scene for quite some time now, and I got some awesome memories with Destination Void involved, and with some experiences. Well, with even with present company and chat here at the time we're recording here. Some memories that should have been shit. That should have been shit, but it was awesome. Hey, we should make a YouTube series. This should have been shit. But no, and music, was in that camaraderie kicking in and coming into play, and people not taking a shitty situation and just being, oh well, that's a bummer, let's fucking call it a night. Nope, let's make some music. And that they did. And I'm forever indebted for a kick-ass memory, because that ended up being a woohoo cool night, and meeting up with some really cool people. And Destination Void, man, I'm just saying, I don't want to get all fucking jerk a fucking tear or anything, but I'm just saying, it's good stuff, man. Now, another band that I haven't seen in forever, but every time I did see them, kicked fucking ass. Object. These guys got 2 albums out right now that you need to go check out over on the Bandcamps, and you can also go to other places and get their tunage. But don't be such a stingy fuck. Share this stuff. I'm not just like telling you and you alone, and it's like, oh wow, well, let me keep all this to myself because we don't want this getting out. No, tell everybody. Get right up on the rooftops. Hey, there's some fucking killer music over here, man. You guys should really be checking this out, okay? I don't know. The neighbors might look at you funny, but then they might think, fucking guy might be onto something. So, I don't know. But I think we should get into some more music, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, before I make a complete ass of myself anymore. Let's get into some new music from, let's do some Mycelia or something. What do you think? I want to talk about Mycelia with It's All Just Me is their newest one out right now that you can go get over on all the places, Deezer, Spotify, any way you can download, stream, you can go get hooked up, and go over to Eclipse Records and get hooked up over there. And in fact, I think we got an Eclipse Record sandwich here, don't we? Wow. Well, you hold that thought right there whilst I tell you about some of these other bands. But go check out Mycelia and what they got going on. I dig their sounds. They got some cool funk, just a lot of cool elements in their tunage, and also some sci-fi metal aspects going on. A lot of cool things, and I dig it. Okay, I dig it. All right, so there it is. We did DragonLord. We did an interview with DragonLord, the DragonLord, Eric Peterson. You can go check that out over on Mixcloud. and get linked up with that kick-ass interview. And we're fixing to move it over to Anchor, but having issues. I don't want to get into it. It's a sordid tale. But you can go check it out over on Mixcloud. And it was a pretty kick-ass interview that we did. And actually talking a lot about what's in the future for Testament as well. We touched on some of those things. And some things that we haven't seen yet. So definitely, if you are into DragonLord or want to get any info on the making of this album and what it's all about, I'll tell you what, man. I'll sum it up for you. It's like death metal token, man. Really, it's like that's, and you know, it's in the black metal vein with its presentation and everything. It's got all that in it. But it really does have the full package to it though, which makes it so freaking awesome. And it's got like a graphic novel stuff with it. Just a bunch of cool things, man. I'm just saying, man, it's kind of cool. I'm just putting it out there. Just, I don't know. Maybe you might want to go check that out. I don't know. But yeah, especially if you're into all that type of lore type stuff and that type of music and the combination of such things, boom. Hits that shit right on the dime, dude. It's tight. Getting a chance to like do like the review and everything and talk to him, I was able to go back and, you know, really sit back and listen to, you know, the albums. Definitely for me, this newer album's my favorite, but they got some good music out that you need to go check out. So yeah, go do it. And I hate picking faves, man, because it's like they say it's like picking your favorite kid and all that, but I don't know. I only got one, so that's cool. We did some, we also gotta talk about some Bloodpalt, Eradication. You can go check that out over on the YouTubes and get hooked up with them and get linked up with all this stuff over on all their socials. Also, some female-fronted awesomeness with Lutharo and Wings of Agony. Got a nice right vid over on the YouTubes. Go get hooked up with Lutharo. Bunch of kick-assness to be going with that. And good epic scale stuff with a nice storytelling, I would say. I dig it. And can I talk about female-fronted awesome without talking about some Horehound, can we? Yes, we did Anastasia. It's a newer one from them. You can go check out Horehound over on all your favorite social spots. I suggest going and hooking up with them over on the band camps. Perhaps maybe picking up their full length and then maybe even treating yourself to the new EP. I mean, that's what I would do. Cause and with this EP, it's like an album. It's a full length's worth of. There's a couple of them that are like, I guess it would be considered EPs in songs, but in length and in feel, they're a full length album. So they're in that gray area of what you would, you know, call them. I don't know. Like SCP, SEP, CP, EEP, ELP, LEP, LEP. I'm gonna hurt myself over here. Okay. Check them out over on all your favorite social spots. And we did some Naberus running us all off. Eclipse Records artist. You can go find them on, you guessed it, eclipserecords.com and get linked up with the whole kit and caboodle. Go check out this label. Badass stuff, man. And check out Naberus. They got a brand new album out right now, Hollow. Good stuff, man. Digging it. They got a bunches of videos out, bunches of cool stuff to check out. There's no reason you can't get all caught up on Naberus and be, all caught up with the rest of the class. It's cool. Now, it's been about my time. Everybody out there, try to treat you at least halfway decent, civil, almost human-like, if you can pull that shit off. We got some Gravehuffer. We got some DevilSpeak, some Cape Town awesomeness. But first we got these guys right here, new to the fold. We got some Blackcast, the American Dream. Check these guys out on all your favorite social spots. Catch everybody on the flip side. Dig it. Check these guys out on all your favorite social spots. Catch everybody on the flip side. Dig it. You've been watching the Killogic Effect clips. For more on these bands and what we do here, you can tune in every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. in the UK at xrpradio.co.uk or Local Music Earth Radio, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and get linked up with all these bands and more. Hope you enjoyed. Stay safe. Stay working. Dig it.